Welcome back. Today we have a 3D rotating tutorial, and it's a little bit of an update from the last tutorial. So let's get started. We're gonna start a new composition, and you can leave it at 1920 by 1080. And we're going to import our PNG photo that we would like to have as the logo. Let's drag that in. And we'll pull it into our composition. We're gonna hit S and scale it down immediately. That looks good. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and rename this. Call it front. And we'll put it on 3D. And we're going to hit Control D to duplicate it. And we're going to rename this back. Alright, so we can hit Q on the keyboard, or you can go up to this top ellipse tool. And we're going to hold Shift. And we're going to drag this circle out. And we're going to hit V, our select tool. We're going to select the layer. We're going to go up to our align window and align this. And let's add us a background so we can see this a little better. So we'll hit right click, new solid, and white is fine. Let's drag this to the bottom and we'll scale it down. Click S. And that should do. Now we want to bring this in the middle of the front and the back layers. And we'll align this. Looks like something is out of alignment. Oh, it's just black. Okay, now let's go ahead and turn this into a 3D layer, the shape layer. And we're gonna go to our bevel and extrusion. So click this drop down arrow, go to geometry and options, and we'll extrusion about 50. And we're gonna add a camera and a null object so we can see the 3D objects. So null object and camera. 50 millimeters is fine. You can just have the same settings I have here. Click OK. And let's move this down. We click C on our keyboard. We can rotate it around and we can see what we have already, some 3D. So we're gonna go ahead and reset that. Alright, so we want to center this so when the coin spins, it is centered. So let's go ahead and move this into, first we want to Control Alt Home. What this is going to do is bring the anchor point into the center of this red box. So Control Alt Home, and then you want to align this, and then we want to make it a 3D layer so you can move it. We're going to need that in a second. So we're going to parent the camera to the null object, and let's move to about 2 seconds. And we're going to click R for rotation. And you want to go ahead and make a keyframe and drag it all the way back to the beginning, and then make this rotate however many times you want. So we'll do one time 180. And we're not going to ease those keyframes because we want a constant spin. So there we have. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it is a little off, so we're going to go ahead and center this spin. The way we do that is click our null object, and we're going to go over to 2 views horizontal, and you want to zoom out a little bit so you can see, and you want to go up to pan behind anchor point, or press Y on your keyboard, and let's pull this into about the middle, so that's fine. Keep in mind, if you can't see this, if it doesn't let you render your 3D object, make sure you have it on Cinema 4D, because Classic 3D will not let you see these 3D objects like this. So make sure you have it on Cinema 4D, and as you can see, it spins perfectly. So now we want the other side to have a, I'm gonna rename this. Oh, it's already, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this, go back to our select tool, click V, and we're gonna click position. We want this to be accurate. It's gonna be our Z position, so this very last one, and there we go. That's perfect. So 50. Okay, so let's see how it looks. And if you want to make this go a little faster, you can click auto, or you can just drop the quality down, since this isn't like a video with video effects or anything. And we can see we have a nice animation here. So we can put some finishing touches on it. We can make this in a composition. So hold shift and click this front layer, right click and pre-compose, and you can just call it whatever. So you want to go back to composition 1, and we're going to use a scale animation so it scales in. Click S, go back to the beginning, click 0 value, you can easy ease these keyframes. That looks pretty decent, but we'll go ahead and make it really nice. So let's make this a little bit bigger. And that looks very nice. So to make this come in slower, you can move this keyframe further apart, and that looks pretty nice as well. And I see we have a long composition. It's 10 seconds, so we'll just make it 2 seconds. Move the playhead to 2 seconds or wherever you would like to cut it. Let me make sure I'm not cutting off. Okay, so about here, and click N on your keyboard, and that will make the workspace wherever the playhead is. So there you have it. It's a quick and easy 3D rotating object tutorial. It's very easy to follow. If you need any more assistance, you can just go back through the video and see what I did, or comment. Peace.